How's it going, guys? Hope y'all are doing great. This is EVlog coming to you, and welcome back on another live stream. Now, you all know what this live stream is. This is EVlog anime analysis, and this is episode 4 of my anime analysis. Before I start, let me just give a shout out to you guys that came on the live stream yesterday of my Final Fantasy gaming. Much appreciated. Although most of you, or if not all of you, except Gemily, were pretty much ninja watchers, just watching without participating. But for the fact that you showed up on the channel, for the fact that you watched, for the fact that you came to check out the live stream yesterday, thank you so much. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to my community tab, I've been posting quite a lot there, as I've been posting on my shorts, videos and everything. I've been quite active for the recent past 2 weeks plus. I've been giving you guys a lot of content and a lot of information. Of course, more detailed information will be disclosed in the membership community tab. If you haven't joined the channel for the membership, please feel free to click the link in the description, the first link that says join. You will be able to join the channel, you will be able to join the conversation, you will be able to join on things that most guys or most subscribers won't be able to have access to, simply because I try to give my members room and freedom to have a much say so on most of the stuff that I'm doing before I bring it out to the public. All right. Membership gives you access to see my future upcoming uploads, my future shorts videos, my future videos I'm about to upload. It gives you access to perks such as seeing my behind the scene, what I do when I'm not here, vlogging, going live, recording for you guys. As you already know, if you've been paying attention, or for most of you guys that have not noticed, I also do something beside this. I'm a truck driver, so I do share my experience. I do share my day-to-day basis, the things that I go through while I'm on the road in my on my channel, and I delegate the access for that to gold membership. If you're a gold member, you'll be able to watch it, and if you choose to up your level to platinum member, that gives you access to everything. I'm planning on doing membership live stream one day. Of course, as we grow, we will be able to have that, but the numbers of members that I have now is quite a bit. It's just a little bit to amount for that type of stream, because I would like to do that, to do members only chat room or live stream, or get together online, or just talk about stuff. So emojis are available. I just recently made available the emojis, free emojis that you can use once you become a member. And as you can see, shout out to Gemily, he's already making use of those emojis. Gemily is a member. Shout out to him for keeping the live stream chat box going yesterday for the whole 3 hours and 50 minutes, I believe, almost 4 hours of live stream. It was quite a stream. The first hour, if I'm not mistaken, there were a little bit of technical difficulties, such as me losing access to PS5 connection disconnecting for some particular reason, double audio, there were things that kind of went sideways the first hour. But afterwards, as the stream went on, everything was calm, everything was normal, everything was the way it's supposed to be, and I'm very glad about that. Okay, I'm very, very elated for that. So once again, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you have not turn on that notification bell button. Turn on that notification bell button simply because as much as I give my members detailed information that the public, the rest of you guys will not have a detailed information on those things, I do also give a post for everybody else to be able to have a say so. But become a membership. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it, because the more you support the channel, the more you engage, I definitely will make it worthwhile for you guys. That is my promise. Okay, the more we grow, the more the membership grows, the more you guys engage, I always look forward to make it up to you guys some way, shape, or form. If you guys paid attention to my trailers, you guys know my trailers I extended simply because I want to give you guys more content, like stuff like that. And when I think I'm doing this live right now, and I know you guys will probably hold me for what I'm going to say right now, but if we get more than 10 memberships, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway where the members, those 10 members, will have to vote or do a poll or whatnot. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. I'm going to give away the All Might poster that I have behind me right here. If you've been following me for quite some time, you will probably know that I have a badass All Might poster. I'm going to be giving that away once we hit 10 members or more than 10 membership in the membership group. And it's going to be signed by me, and it will be shipped out to your address. That I'm promising. Once we go over 10 members, I'm promising right now I'm going to give that away. And I might also throw in the Dragon Ball poster that I have here, because I'm planning on getting a new one soon. So these are the things that I want to do for the members, and just to give back, And again, for you guys that subscribed that can't afford it, because I do understand some of you may not be in the financial state of mind or in the financial state of situation to afford becoming a member. Hey, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. Just turn on the channel notification and, stay tuned on the things that I'm going to be uploading, or the content I'm going to be uploading. So let's get into this, shall we? Let's get into the analysis of this week. This is episode 4. And let me first start with Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin, I believe it was episode 19 of season 2. By the way, how many episodes are we getting for Rurouni Kenshin? I think we're getting up to 25, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. So the episode starts off with Shushio's underlines. They've been pepped up. They've got their pepped up conversation, their pep talks and everything, and they march into Kyoto to erupt or to start this invasion thing that they've planned for so long. And along the line, they were not expecting that they're going to face the type of hostility, the type of defense that they witnessed at first hand. The underlines walks in, charges into the city, and they were blocked by these huge amount of police. Thank goodness that Saito Hajime spoke to Arata and gave him a pep talk of his own, instructing him to put his life on the line to save the city, gave him a motivation to do everything that he must to make sure that Kyoto is safe. So Shushio's underline were faced by this huge amount of police army, right? And at this point, the leader that is leading these underlines figured that, you know what, we did not bargain for this part. We did not talk about this. We didn't know we're going to be facing these amount of policemen. And not just that they are large in numbers, they have guns. All we got is swords. They have guns. All we have is just our swords. Before we will get, we can't even get close to them because they have swords, and they have just not just swords, they have guns. So the leader instructs, the underlying leaders instruct his armies to back off, to retreat. And unfortunately, they were met by one of Shishio's assassins. She's a badass. What's her name? She and the other assassin killed a couple of the underlines and told everybody, you cannot retreat. There is no retreat. There is no surrender. You ain't tucking your tails between your legs and running. This is a fight to death. You will either defeat your opponent or your opponent will defeat you. The only way is moving forward, and they made it crystal clear to the underlines. At this point, the leader of the underline, Shishio's underline, has no choice. He now has no choice because he can see that a couple of his men has been decimated. Now the only way is to push forward, and they pushed forward, and that erupted a huge fight, a huge war in Kyoto, and the scene cuts out there. There's also this funny part where the two women threw their boomerang on one of Shishio's assassins. He's fat ass, like he's so big that boomerang literally did nothing to him. The thing bounced off. That was pretty funny. I really like that scene. And let's then cut to the final parts of this episode. Kenshin, Saito Hajime, and Sagara Sanosuke arrives at the dock where Shishio is about to depart, and Shishio uses his microscope, notices that Kenshin has arrived, looks and sees Kenshin, sees Saito Hajime, and did not recognize or doesn't know who Sagara is. That part was pretty interesting. That part was funny. I couldn't hold myself because the way he said their names, and when he got to Sagara, he said, and he doesn't know who Sagara is, and they explained it to him, and he said he's basically a nobody. That was pretty funny. And you know this thing that happens when people are talking about you, even though you're not there or you can't hear them talking about you, you sneeze. I really like the fact that they do that. You know, there's that saying, and that saying most of the time is actually true, where someone is talking about you and you sneeze for some reason, or you bite your tongue, or you stumble on upon a rock or something, or you hit your foot somewhere. That is a saying that when that normally happens, that means someone is talking about you. So at this point, Shishio knows in order for me to go about or to leave here, I'm going to have to take these guys out. So he launches an attack. He uses his Rain Goku, although we still probably haven't seen what this Rain Goku of his can really do, but we saw a glimpse of it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't read the manga on that, but I can just imagine if he's able to dish this amount of attack in short amount of time, you could just imagine what else he has in stock in store for Kyoto and the whole Japan. So he launches a bomb, and our warriors dodged it. Saito, Hajime, Kenshin, Rurouni Kenshin, or Himura Kenshin, and Sagara evaded the attack. And at this point, I'm looking at the dent, and I'm like, if that had gotten one of them, it would have been devastating. Sagara at this point is still at the Bay Dock, and I'm thinking they have to close in to Shushio, because the longer they give him that much distance, the more he's going to continue to use this Gallic gun and other bomb or launch that he's going to use. So Shushio decides to focus on Sagara because he believes that he's nobody, and since he's nobody, it's probably the best to take him out first. Just like Frieza, because I see the resemblance there, because that's what Frieza does. When Frieza comes to invade, he takes out the weaker ones first, before he gets to the people that he feels that will put up a good fight, like he did to Krillin on Planet Namek, like he did to like many times when he came to Planet Namek, like Frieza has been able to do that multiple times actually. Even the revival of F and everything, he would focus on the weaker ones and then get to the people that he believes that can give him a good fight. I don't know why he does that, but anyways, so Shushio decides to focus on Sagara because he believes he's the weakest one, and fires the Gallic gun at Sagara. Thank goodness Sagara learned that move, and Sagara was able to deflect or negate Shushio's Gallic gun. And at this point, it is the very first time Sagara is displaying this amount of defense in front of Kenshin and Hajime, and including the bad guys as well, Shushio and his men, because they didn't know he can be able to amount this type of defense. You know what I mean? Because Kenshin already knows how strong Sagara is, but he didn't know that before Sagara came to him, or before they met up once again, Sagara has leveled up pretty much. So both Saito Hajime, Himura Kenshin were surprised because they didn't know that Sanosuke has leveled up to this extent. So shout out to Sanosuke for that, for displaying what he can be able to do. And I'm looking forward to see on the next episode how much involvement he's going to have, because towards the ending of this episode, Kenshin and Saito tries to make a move to close in further to Shushio, and was pushed back by Ayoshi. Ayoshi attacks Kenshin. Kenshin was if it's not for his wit and his quickness, Ayoshi would have probably have the best of Kenshin with that interaction. So the next episode, we're going to see Ayoshi get a piece of his revenge. He's been wanting to do this revenge, to get this revenge for his men for a very long time. He's been honing this moment. He has nurtured this moment so much that he nearly killed, he nearly demised his teacher. He nurtured this moment so much that he nearly demised his teacher. And the next episode is going to be interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. Moving on to Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 8. I know I'm not starting with Dragon Ball Daima. I will do that after I've done Solo Leveling. I want to first of all get to the other ones first before get into the cream of the crop of today. Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 8. It was quite an awesome episode. At the beginning of it, Sung Jinwoo was about to demise this knight, and this knight started begging for its life, and it turns out that it's an elf woman, Elsie. And, you know, the interaction between her and Sung Jinwoo, it's quite refreshing. And Sung Jinwoo realized that, why do I get along with simple-minded people? And I say to that, you get along with simple-minded people because you were simple-minded before you leveled up to this point. So it makes sense why you would get along with simple-minded people. But I want to cut to the part where Elsie tells Sung Jinwoo to try and negotiate with the enemy when they get to the enemy who has been causing this problem, who has almost subjugated her people. And Sung Jinwoo tells her, if I was weaker than you, would you have negotiated with me? And that literally stopped Elsie to her boots. That she didn't know how to reply to that answer, which is very true. And I like the fact that Sung Jinwoo was able to tell her that and reply to her that way, because it speaks a lot of volume. I can go in so many different directions about what Sung Jinwoo just said, because you can use it in politics, in real life politics. You can use it in the war that is going on. You can use that reply or that interaction in so many different genres, which I'm not going to go into those right now. If I was weaker than you, would you have negotiated with me by talking, by having a conversation? You think that's how war is won most of the time? And that stopped her on her boots. She didn't know how to reply to that. So moving on, the fight starts, and Kenshin, and I almost said Kenshin. Sung Jinwoo runs into Baron. Baron summons his armies because Baron believes that Sung Jinwoo is here to invade. He is just invading, and due to the fact he's invading, he's not welcome. And Sung Jinwoo summons his own armies as well. The fight begins, and along the line, Sung Jinwoo got the best of Baron's armies. Sung Jinwoo's armies were able to get the best of Baron's army, and Sung Jinwoo decides to cut off Baron's dragon because Sung Jinwoo believes that if Baron is up there fighting, he has a better advantage up there. And in order to get him down here, I'm gonna have to stop his flight, his ability to be up in the air. He decided to launch an attack and cut off Baron's dragon's head. Now, the way Baron looked at Sung Jinwoo, and while his dragon is falling to the ground, I'm like, he is going to be pissed at this point. Baron is not going to take this lightly. He is going to be livid. How dare you, okay? How dare you strike my dragon? How dare you? Who in the blue moon are you? Where did this guy came from? Who are you? And in that moment, I said, all right, now this fight is definitely going to go into one-on-one combat, because there ain't no way this is not gonna happen. Baron is no longer in the air where he has the advantage. Now it's gonna go into one-on-one, and the fight begins between Baron versus Sung Jinwoo, and that fight was pretty good. It reminded me the fight between Sung Jinwoo and Igris That was what that fight reminded me of. The fight between Song Jinwoo and Igris. There is a similarity there, and I'm going to explain it. So, quickly, Song Jinwoo realized that this guy is above me. I cannot get the best of him. In a close range, I can't get the best of him, because as soon as the fight between them starts and it's now in a close range situation, Song Jinwoo, we realize real quickly that yeah, this guy really can best Song Jinwoo in a straight up fight. And he knocks off Song Jiwoo's dagger or his sword or whatever. And Song Jiwoo is like, damn, I can't defend myself at this point, like literally. And in that moment, within seconds, Baron closes up and strikes Song Jiwoo with his sword. But luckily enough, Song Jiwoo was able to hold the impact, the damage of that sword a little bit, because he used his hand to try and block some of the hits. And without a sword to defend himself, he is more vulnerable now. And knowing Baron has the ability to shoot out an energy wave through his mouth, right? Song Jiwoo believes that ain't no way he can be able to dodge this one. And in that moment, Isul throws, was it a dagger that she threw at Baron? And Baron looks up. That distraction, literally, if it wasn't for that distraction, Song Jiwoo would have lost this fight. And I want to say that one of the things that I like about this fight is because for 1 second there, I thought that Song Jiwoo is going to be destroyed. Like, he literally have someone that bested him so much to the point where for 1 second, I'm sure each and every one of you thought, oh damn, he's gonna get God this time. Like literally, he had met someone who is going to give him a run for his money. So that distraction Isul did provided a solid opening for Song Jiwoo. Song Jiwoo utilized it perfectly by using his will, everything he got, to rip out Baron's 2 arms. That was savage, man. That was some savage stuff. I'm not gonna lie. That was a savage situation. And at this point, Baron decided, you know what? Since you've decided to rip up both of my arms, I'm going to destroy you now. Baron goes into his energy source to channel his energy to shoot and destroy Song Jiwoo, and Song Jiwoo steps to him with everything he got. Man, that moment, that was an epic moment, man. It was very epic. Even I felt that moment. And due to the fact that I'm a reactionist as well, I don't control what I do, because I react based on the moment. Not just based on the moment, but based on the destitute, the desperation of what is going on, you know. And Song Jiwoo channeled everything he got in his core and gave Baron one of the best devastating uppercut that I've ever seen. That uppercut was just devastating, and the camera, the scene, the music, the hit, the impact, it was right on the money. And I don't think Baron expected that uppercut. And the uppercut was so devastating. Like, it's one thing to give someone an uppercut, it's another thing to give someone an uppercut and the uppercut took off their head. That is savage. That's normally what you see in Mortal Kombat, fatality or something, or brutality or something like that. That's a Mortal Kombat stuff right there. You know, the uppercut was so devastating that it took out Baron's head clean off. Damn. It sent Baron's head flying. Not that there was a part of his head that's still attached to his body. It sent his body flying. I mean, not his body, his head flying. And I don't think his head flew anyways. His head got destroyed. That uppercut destroyed his head, literally. There was nothing left of his head, but only his body that just fell on the ground. And that was quite devastating. And the reason why I said I feel the similarity between that fight and Igris versus Sung Ji-woo was simply because it has the same attributes. If you guys watched when... One second, guys. One moment. If you guys watched the fight between Sung Ji-woo versus Igris, towards the end of that fight, when Sung Ji-woo had to summon everything that he got, everything, when I say everything, I mean everything, to strike Igris, it was the same thing. It was the same, how do you call it? There's a name that I'm trying to give it. You know, when you're pushed to the wall and now you have no place, nowhere else to go but to go through the person who has been pushing you. Like Sung Ji-woo brought out his inner beast, everything he got. It was the same thing with Igris, and it is the same thing that we see with Baron. It was the same thing. And the episode ended. Also, I would also like to mention that the chief of the Headhunter Association was trying to have a conversation with Japan to delegate how they are going to deal with these chimera ants that are attacking the streets, attacking the country. And it looks like Japan as well are facing the same situation. So they are talking deals on how to navigate to stop this. I just wanted to mention that part out. So the episode ended, episode 8. I'm looking forward to episode 9. Now going forward, now to talk about Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 19. Yep. That's right. Yeah, you should get into solo leveling. I think it's a pretty good watch and I think you're gonna love it. So, Dragon Ball Daima kicks off exactly where it left off, because towards the ending of the previous episode, episode 18, Glorio makes his wish. Nobody heard what he said. Everybody else was dumbfounded, except 2 people. Only 2 people. No, well, not really people. Well, 2 entities or 2 characters heard what he said. The one person that heard him was a Namekian, not Piccolo, but the old geezer, Nava. And the second person that heard what he said was Porunga. Those are the only 2 characters that heard what he said. Because Never said, damn, this guy speaks Namekian? This guy speaks Namekian in the native tongue? damn. And Porunga heard what he said, and we see Arinsu. She is so happy. Sate now. She is so happy to be elevated to supreme being or something. I mean, she's already a supreme being actually, because she's a Supreme Kai's brother, so she is somewhat supreme, although the extent of her powers was not really shown. A little bit was shown during the fight when she was reading the thing and she couldn't read it fast, so she had to call Majin Ku to help her get the page. But anyways, Porunga looks at her and says, and Porunga said, your wish will be granted. Not Arinsu's wish. Glorio's wish will come to pass. And in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, our super warriors or our Z warriors, because now I know that this event happened before Super, which is actually interesting. I didn't know this before. Okay, so for my detractors that were coming at me in the comment section, it's okay, you know, I can understand. It shows me that you guys are paying attention with what I'm saying, which I really appreciate. And as a vlogger, as a YouTuber, as somebody, I'm not perfect. I'm a reactionist. I don't read mangas. I don't go into too much detailed information. I know what I need to know. I try knowing what I need to know for reaction, for anime reactor, not a manga, but anime reactionist and vlogger and gamer or whatever. I try to know what I need to know as somebody who doesn't know anything. I'm going forward to what I see, you know what I mean? So I thank you guys that for my detractors, or for you guys that corrected me in the comment section and said Goku is not going to use Ultra Instincts because this is before Super, which I'm going to talk about now that I know that this happened before Super. So everybody start growing, going back to their normal size. Everybody start returning to their adult form. And I said, damn, because I was thinking that Vegeta is going to get into the mix, turning into Super Saiyan 4. And with that, if Goma's eye continues to level up, then we will get a glimpse of GT towards the ending when Goku and Vegeta, adult Goku and adult Vegeta, turned into Super Saiyan 4 and did the fusion dance. I thought that's what we're going to witness again, or we're going to see Vegeta becoming Super Saiyan 4 and having him and Goku tag team Goma to destroy him. I thought we were going to see a Gallic Gun or Final Flash and Kamehameha at once to take out Goma. Eventually, that's what I thought that we're going to see. But that wasn't what happened. Glorio made the wisest wish by returning everybody. I thought after they defeat Goma, then they go back to Earth and have Dende wish for everybody to return to their adult form. That's what I thought that was going to happen at the end of all of this. But that wasn't what happened, because Glorio made a wish and asked Porunga to do what? Bring everyone. Return everybody that were turned into kids to their original adult form. And Porunga activates its powers and everybody started getting bigger again. And Vegeta said, I am back. Supreme Kai was like, damn. So it happens. Piccolo is like, okay, all right. Goku is happy. And knowing Goku already, he starts, throwing punches. Already, I love that. That was really, really, it was like a moment of truth. And what I thought that was going to happen didn't happen. But then again, what did happen, I am even more elated about it. Yeah, Arinsu thought she was going to become king. I still don't understand why yeah, I don't understand that. And I did mention it on the previous live stream that I thought that she's going to say queen. I'm not sure why she's saying king. Only males can become king. I mean, on chessboards, there's king and there's queen. Anyway, that is by the way. But so Goku already tests his adult body. And he was happy. Everybody's excited. And then in that moment, Vegeta says, "It is my turn." Goku has no say-so at this point because Goku has had a shot at Goma. Vegeta goes into fight. And I'm saying, all right, since Vegeta didn't turn into Super Saiyan 4, in my head, I'm going like, what is going to happen? What's going to happen now? Will Goma push Vegeta to a point that Vegeta will get the same treatment as Goku? Will Goma push Vegeta the same way he pushed Goku, and the old Neva will awaken Vegeta's potential? That was what was going through my head when Vegeta said, "I'm going to take the fight from here on out. Kakarot, back off. It's my turn." That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought Vegeta is going to go Super Saiyan 3, of course. And we'll notice real quick, because I know that their kid form going Super Saiyan 3 and their adult form, those are two different strength level. Because their adult form level is more stronger. Like, you know what I mean? And then another question is, for the fact this happened before Super, I will say, or I will ask, which part? Is it after the Battle of Gods when Beerus came to planet Earth? Because all these was before Super actually kicked off. So I will say that this happened after Beerus came to planet Earth. That would make sense, because when Beerus slapped Bulma, Vegeta said, "That's my Bulma," turns into some type of, what do you guys call it? What do we call it? There's a word that it's given. When Goku, there's a movie that Goku turned into not Super Saiyan, but almost Super Saiyan level. What do we call it again? There's a name that it's given. It's not fake, semi Super Saiyan or something. There's a name that it's called. I can't remember that name now. It's like between Super Saiyan and Kaioken. Like, there's a name that it's called. Like a fake Super Saiyan situation. I can't remember that name, but if you guys remember that name, please feel free to share it in the community box. So Vegeta turns into a level that puts him over Goku Super Saiyan. Charges at Beerus, delivers a couple of attacks, right? So I believe this happened right after Battle of Gods. Okay, so if Dragon Ball Daima happens before Battle of Gods, then I would say when Vegeta said that's my Bulma, I will then turn it around and say maybe he didn't show his full Super Saiyan 3, or maybe he was already transitioning to it. I don't know, because now if this happened before Battle of Gods, it kind of negates what happens in the Battle of Gods. I think this should have been after Battle of Gods for it to really make sense. For Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 to make sense, it would have been after Battle of Gods. Or maybe Vegeta didn't go full Super Saiyan 3 because he was reserving it. He was reserving it if it comes to a situation where Beerus is about to blow up Earth. Vegeta would then go full Super Saiyan 3. Anyways, let me move on from that, because it kind of... Because if you say, yes, it should have happened after Battle of Gods, then that means, why didn't Goku turn into Super Saiyan 4? Why did they have to find this Super Saiyan God? Well, you could actually, Super Saiyan, well, it would have made sense if it happened after Battle of Gods, because Beerus was looking for a specific entity, not Super Saiyan 4. And then another question can be thrown: why didn't Goku use Super Saiyan 4 to fight Beerus if it happened before Battle of Gods? You see how that kind of negates everything? This sequel, this arc, literally puts a lot of question on Super Saiyan, on Battle of Gods, because if it happened, which I think I can, or I should make this to be another stream, or another question, or another discussion for another stream, because it kind of negates Battle of Gods situation. Yeah, this created a lot of plot holes, and Battle of Gods is not just where it ends. Battle of Gods is just the beginning of it all. We talk about Revival of F, we talk about Broly movie 2018, and then we talk about Super, the whole Super. This created a huge plot hole. At least if it had happened before Battle of Gods, it will give it a good reason. But then again, when we step into Super, Dragon Ball Super arc, the question will still be raised again. So I'm not sure why this happened, why they did it this way. I'm not sure why. It could at least given them a reverence or some type of, okay, it happened after Battle of Gods because Vegeta trained before this happened, or has been training after Battle of Gods, seeing the fact that he turned into a level of Super Saiyan that surpassed Goku Super Saiyan 3. That would have made sense. That would have given them a hurdle. Okay, we've passed this one. Then the next one people are gonna talk about when it comes to plot holes will be Dragon Ball Super. But anyways, how's it going, Maki? Thanks for coming to the chat box. What's up, Maki? How's it going, brother? So that would have been another hurdle that they would have crossed, but that did not happen. So this is going to create a huge plot holes. There's going to be a lot of, I think I should make a different stream to talk about this plot hole, because there is a lot to unpack. But let's move forward. Okay, let's move forward. So Vegeta turns into Super Saiyan 3, and in my head I'm going, all right, I know, rest assured, that Kid Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 is weaker. And we've seen what his Super Saiyan 3 is capable of, a tips of it. Now in the adult form, he will be way stronger because it's adult, his muscles are more dense, more matured, everything, you know. Because even when they came to the demon realm, when Goku was flying and was about to do certain things, he couldn't because his body was not allowing him. He had to get used to his kid body to do certain things, which totally makes sense. So as an adult as they are, I can just see that Super Saiyan 3 adult Vegeta will be very, very much stronger than the kid version. So the fight begins between Vegeta versus Goma. I really enjoyed that fight. That fight was pretty good because it took me back to Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, or Dragon Ball Broly movie 2018, when Broly launched at Vegeta and Vegeta had to fight him first. It took me back to that moment, and I had to play the music that I used back then. If you guys had paid attention, for most of you hardcore fans of mine that have been watching me, you will probably got taken back, you know. And I had to wear my Vegeta shirt, my Vegeta Battle Suit shirt, thanks to Gemily for asking me to wear it on the next stream, on the next video or reaction video on Dragon Ball Diamond. So the fight starts out between Vegeta and Goma. Right away we can see the power difference. Vegeta literally he was in control of the fight. He pummeled Goma so hard that for one split second, I felt sorry for Goma. And that's how Vegeta has always been, you know. He doesn't hold back. He pummeled Goma so much so that there's this part where he gave Goma a devastating spin kick, like a rotation kick. I felt sorry for Goma at that moment because that kick was so hard and devastating. Even the punch he gave Goma on Goma's guts, damn, that was a devastating sucker punch. So Goma goes down. At this point, I'm going, all right, what's gonna happen next? That eye of Goma can definitely see now that Goma cannot defeat Vegeta. That eye has to level up once again to match Vegeta's strength, which he did, and I even called it out during the reaction. The eye levels up, Goma gets back up, takes over the fight once again, and Vegeta is now caught between the ropes. And in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good because Goku has turned into Super Saiyan 4. It is now time for Vegeta to turn into Super Saiyan 4. Because that's how it's always been since the beginning. Goku achieves a level. Before you know it, Vegeta says to himself, if Kakarot can do it, I definitely can do it. Because why? He's just as sane as I am. We are real-blooded saints. If he could do it, I could do it. Right? So I'm looking forward now to see Vegeta get the same treatment. And that wasn't what I saw. That was not what I saw, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't what happened. What happened took me off my thinking analogy while this episode was going on. What do I mean by what I just said? I will explain it in a moment. So, Vegeta is getting pushed back at this point. Yes, Piccolo did say that even though that they returned to their adult form, they still sustained a good piece of damage from fighting Goma. That's true. And Vegeta is now being pushed back. Here's me thinking, all right, Goma is going to give Vegeta a devastating hit causing Goku to step in momentarily and having never awakened, awaken Vegeta's potential, just like Goku. That wasn't what happened. So now they're talking amongst themselves. We have to get Vegeta out of this fight. And we know Vegeta is not going to back down easily. They tried talking to Vegeta. Vegeta said, if anybody gets in here, I'm going to kill them. If anyone makes their way in here, I'm going to kill them. Ain't no stopping this fight. I'm going to fight if it is the last thing that I do. Straight up. He made it clear, crystal clear. And I'm like, all right, this is good. So Vegeta is going to hold this down. Vegeta is going to hold this fight down to the core. And he's going to get pushed to turn into Super Saiyan 4. And I'm waiting for this moment because it's one of the reasons why I agreed to wear my Vegeta shirt. You know, I'm looking forward to see Vegeta's moment here. I'm ready, like literally. I wore this shirt for Vegeta. You know? So Supreme Kai said, talking between themselves, between him, Goku, and Piccolo. Oh, before that happened, actually, Arinsu figures out how to get that eye off Goma's forehead. Okay? Yeah. Let me not forget that part. Arinsu decided she remembered there is something that they can actually do, the weak point to this eye. So she have Majin Ku get that page real fast because her magic is not that fast forward like that. So Majin Ku at least became useful for 1 second. Actually, shout out to Majin Ku still, because when the fight was going on, he was one that threw that cookie to Majin Du that gave him a boost power up, and we saw that duo between Du Super Saiyan 3 and Goku Super Saiyan 3 charging towards Bulma. So shout out to Majin Ku. He is useful actually. So Majin Ku became useful once again, gets the page. Arinsu now gets the idea and gets the information that she needs, relays the information to the Super Warriors, and now they're talking amongst themselves. How are we gonna get Vegeta to stop fighting? How are we gonna get Vegeta to stop fighting? Vegeta is not gonna win this. And Vegeta has made it crystal clear, if anyone tries to step into this fight or to interfere in my fight, I'm going to destroy that person. Oh man. Bulma says, leave it to me. I'm trying to compose myself, man, because this is, even right now as I'm thinking about it, this is so funny. Okay. Bulma says, leave it to me. Goes and tells Vegeta to stop fighting, that he can't win. Vegeta says, hell no. Anyone that tries to get in here, I'm gonna kill them. And the next thing I hear is, if you continue to fight, I will never I will never again take bat with you. My head processed that sentence real quick, and I'm like, ain't no way this is going to work on Vegeta. We know Vegeta. Vegeta barely doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't even listen to Bulma. I mean, actually he does. He's been listening to her recently, but I'm like, this is not gonna, ain't no way Vegeta is gonna fall for this. My head processed that sentence real quick, and while my head is trying to process it, my head is telling me, ain't no way Vegeta is gonna fall for this. This is such a miniature. Vegeta's pride always, he will always listen to his pride. You know what I mean? Vegeta has been known to be prideful. He has been known to listen to his pride more than anything, although his character has gone through some sudden changes that has caused Dragon Ball universe to give him a befitting respect, to acknowledge him in a certain way that he was never acknowledged before. No, yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I'll get to that point. I'll get to that part. So I'm taking my time to process this as I'm talking because my head is still trying to process it. Goku is so stupid, man. So Goku was anyways. So as my head is processing this in slow motion, just like the scene was going in slow motion after Bulma said what she said, I said to myself, Vegeta is not going to listen. He's going to continue fighting because this has to be Vegeta's moment. Because on the previous episode, episode 18, they made it crystal clear that Vegeta is not doing anything. Vegeta is not being useful. Vegeta could not be useful at this moment because he doesn't have the power to be useful right now. So on the next episode, it has to be Vegeta's turn. It has to be Vegeta's moment now. Right? That is what I believe. And I wore my Vegeta shirt for Vegeta moment. And as the scene was going in slow motion, I already said to myself, ain't no way Vegeta is gonna fall for this. Not being able to take a bath with your woman. And the next thing Vegeta looks, he got terrified for some reason. I'm like, and the next thing is Vegeta stops fighting, goes into hyperspeed, evades Goma's punches, lands in front of Goku or beside Goku and the Super Warriors and said, okay, I will let you take over the fight. I was like, oh my goodness. Did this man stop fighting because he will no longer take bath with his woman? Did Vegeta oh shit, man. This, even, I think every time I watch, because I have gone back and watched that scene like 10 times already. Because I bet you, all you Dragon Ball fans did not expect, if you were not reading manga and knowing, see, that's why sometimes manga, sometimes it kind of takes you off something that will stay with you for a very long time, that will stay in your head and surprises you. That's why I stopped reading any mangas that I was reading before, back in like 3 years ago or whatnot, or 2 years ago. So I have gone back to that moment and rewatched it. And every time I rewatch that specific moment, it always cracked me the hell up. It cracked me up, man. That moment cracks me up every time I watch it. Because if that had happened with Goku, I can understand, right? But for the fact that it happened with Vegeta, of all people, and just like I was surprised, just like you were surprised, you could see the faces of Supreme Kai, Piccolo, and the rest of them. You could see the faces. You could see the reactions. You could see the reactions on their faces. I'm telling you, you know. And Vegeta, the way he turned back, he was looking down with his eyes closed. He knew that This was oh shit. He knew that this is not a warrior's thing because Vegeta. You see, the reason why this moment will definitely strike the reason why this moment that particular moment will strike everyone who is a Dragon Ball fan and especially a hardcore fan is simply because Vegeta has always talked about Saiyan pride. You know what I mean? For the fact it was Vegeta, he has always been able to display the pride of a Saiyan. Vegeta has made it like when it comes to pride, like he has always embodied, taking it up his shoulders, because he's a prince of Saiyan. I mean, he's supposed to be a prince, but he has always taken it up on his shoulders to be the one to lead the Saiyans because his people has gone to extinct thanks to Frieza, thanks to Lord Beerus, and maybe maybe thanks to Zeno. I don't know. But he has always talked about pride every time. And I'm not just saying this because of Dragon Ball Z. I'm saying this because of Dragon Ball Super. Remember when Future Trunks came and he sparred with him, Future Trunks was about to give up because he saw how strong his father has become. And Future Trunks realized and recognized that if my father can do this, if my father is strong like this, that means Goku is also this strong. With two of them working together, Black will have no chance. So I'm just gonna relax and just take it easy. And Vegeta, right away, Vegeta can sense what Trunk was thinking and grabbed him by his shirt and asked him and told him, "What are you laughing about? What are you smiling for? What's that expression on your face? Do you think Black is the only threat that you're gonna face? Do you think after Black that there's not gonna be any more threat? Do you think after Black you're gonna go to the beach, lie on the sunset, or lie on the beach sipping, I don't know what people drink these days, like, latte or sipping vodka? Is that what you think this is? After Black, there's gonna be another threat, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then another. You will either be the best. As my son, you will either be the best or you will be nothing. Where is your Saiyans pride? So to see this moment in Dragon Ball Daima episode 19, it will always strike me every time. It's a moment I'm never gonna forget, because we know the person that this happened, for the fact that this is Vegeta, it struck different. It struck to the core. So Vegeta comes down with his face on the ground, with his eyes closed, because you can see his expression that he's trying so hard not to. He already know he's embarrassed, but he understands that this is my wife and I really loves her. And, I do like taking the bath with my wife. What the hell? What the? Damn, man. I do love taking baths with my wife, and I'm not gonna lose that privilege, man. I'm not gonna have her get mad at me because I do love taking baths with my woman, It's one of the good things life can pleasure me. Is one of my favorite things to do when I'm at home. I do love bathing with my wife, and it makes me feel good. It makes me, it gives me pleasure, and I do like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Screw you, Kakra. Screw you, everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fight back. I love taking bath with my wife. Yeah. I don't care what you guys say. I may be embarrassed for a moment, but guess who is going home to take a bath with his wife when this is done? Me. Whew. So, everyone's reaction, you could literally see that they are so flabbergasted. They are so shocked that he actually worked on Vegeta. So Goku decides to step in, and in my head I'm going, all right, so Vegeta is not gonna get his moment. I thought this is supposed to be Vegeta's moment, because on episode 18 they made it clear, crystal clear, that Vegeta needs to do something. Everybody, we all can see it. Vegeta wasn't useful. And on the next episode, he's supposed to really do something big. It's going to be Vegeta's turn. He's going to turn into something else, but that didn't happen. Goku steps in, stretches his body, excited that finally he can fight to his absolute best. Excited that finally he got his adult form back, which means he can bring his body, he can fight to his absolute determination, to his absolute will. So, Goku stretches. Goma, you are in for a good fight. Something between that line. And Goma says, makes an expression, bring it. So Goku goes forward, turns into Super Saiyan. I'm like, okay. And as soon as Goku says, as soon as he said, this is Super Saiyan, in that moment, being a hardcore fan, in that moment, my head tells me, shit, we're gonna get a deja vu. As soon as, I'm telling you the truth, I even called it out during the reaction. I called it out. As soon as Goku said, this is Super Saiyan, in that moment, I got a flashback. Because on Dragon Ball Z, the same thing happened. As soon as Goku said, I'm not kidding you. As soon as he said, this is Super Saiyan, I'm like, oh damn, this is about to be a big fight. Not only is about to be a big fight, Goku is about to show Goma that now you've been fighting us as children. You've been fighting us. You are in your adult form, probably have lived for maybe thousands of years or a million years or whatnot, however long you've lived with or you've lived for. But now you're about to fight us in our absolute best. And you have not really fought an adult Saiyan before, have you? You are about to find out what Saiyans can really do. And I got a flashback. Dragon Ball Z, episode 245. Okay? Episode 245. Flashback. When Goku showed Babidi and Majin Buu the levels of Super Saiyan. Goku said, "This is Super Saiyan." All right. Goku goes again, turns into Super Saiyan 2. And Goma is looking. Not scared, not shivering, nothing. All right. Goku says, and then he turns it up again. I'll say that the Dragon Ball Z episode 245 Super Saiyan 3 transformation is, I would say it's better than his Super Saiyan transformation, for Super Saiyan 3 transformation on Dragon Ball Daima. I'm not saying that his Super Saiyan 3 transformation isn't that bad. I'm not saying that. But what makes DBZ episode 245 Super Saiyan 3 transformation was simply because it was a moment where nobody knew how strong Goku has gotten. When Goku said on Dragon Ball Z episode 245, and I can go even further beyond. When he said that, and he started powering up, Krillin, Piccolo, and the rest that were on Kame's house with their eyes closed, watching this, and said, "What the hell is Goku doing now? What is he? Is he gonna go into Super Transcended Saiyan or something? What form are we gonna call what he's about to do?" In that very moment, Goku started powering up on DBZ episode 245, and while he's transforming, you look in his eyes, the camera gaze in his eyes, not just his eyes, goes into his core, his soul, and then we get a glimpse of origin of Super Saiyan. Origin of Saiyans. The camera goes inside Goku's heart, Goku's spirit, and we got a glimpse of like the Ozora form, Goku, Kid Goku, Baby Goku, and then like it goes like the way they did Super Saiyan 3 DBZ, it tapped into Saiyan's origin. That's one of the reasons why Super Saiyan 3 DBZ is still better than Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 3 on Dragon Ball Daima. I'm gonna say it right now, and if anybody wants to debate me on that, hey, if it is Dragon Ball Z the OG Dragon Ball, I didn't watch every episodes. I'm gonna say that right now. There are certain things, certain parts I may have missed because as a kid, you don't own your time. I want to say that now for all my detractors or people that may hear me say something. You don't own your time. As a kid, you can be watching something and your father walks in and changes the channel. Your elders, or you get a visitor, hey, go to your room, hey, go on an errand. When it's showing on TV, because at that time there was no internet where you can go, where you can say, okay, let me go and rewatch it. There was nothing like the internet. When I was way much younger, a kid to a teenager, when I watched Dragon Ball, the OG Dragon Ball in Africa, there were no internets. For you to have internet, you really got to be real. You really got to be somebody. Like you really gotta either work in a higher corporate situation. Okay, so when it's being televised on television, sometimes I won't catch it. Go do your homework. It's time to go to bed. It's time to take a nap. This, that. So there were certain episodes. There were a couple of episodes that I missed. Actually, quite a few of them. But that doesn't mean I don't know what happened on Dragon Ball. Just like growing up, I grew up in the Attitude Era. I grew up in The Rock, the jabroni beat, and eating, trailer blazing, eyebrow raising, movie star, can't stop till you get enough, the Brahma Bull, The Rock. I grew up on Stone Cold Steve Austin. I grew up on Big Show, Triple H, like Attitude Era. Now, it doesn't mean that I watched every episode of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. There are certain things that I may have forgotten because just like every one of us, when it's being televised, you may not be around. You may be somewhere. You may have traveled. You may have been told to go on an errand. You may be sick and you're going to a doctor. So many things happen. So you couldn't catch everything, right? That's what happened with me on Dragon Ball, the OG Dragon Ball. But it doesn't mean I didn't understand the concept. I didn't watch some of the episodes and I didn't know what was going on. Goku fighting Red Ribbon Army and all these things. So Dragon Ball Z, I had more of my time for myself. Dragon Ball Z, I owned my time, which is the reason why I remembered almost each and everything that happened on Dragon Ball Z. Okay? I owned my time. I owned what I was doing. I owned because at that time, internet, I can now have access to more, because now I'm here in Canada, and I can now search things and research things. And at that time I was in school when I saw Dragon Ball Z, so I had access to laptop, internet, right? So moving on, should anyone want to debate me which transformation is better, DBZ Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 3 on Dimer? DBZ Dimer transformation tops Super Saiyan 3 Goku transformation on Dragon Ball Dimer. So anyways, Goku transformed into Super Saiyan 3. That was an epic transformation, I'm not gonna lie. And says to Goma, this is Super Saiyan 3. Goma wasn't scared. He was not scared at all. Why? Because he already seen Vegeta go into Super Saiyan 3. And at this point, his power is beyond Super Saiyan 3 because his eyes has also leveled up beyond Super Saiyan 3 power. I might even say beyond Kid Goku Super Saiyan 4. Okay, so he was not scared. He wasn't phased. All he said was, well, just like Babidi, when Babidi said to Goku, when Goku turned into Super Saiyan 2, Babidi said, what's the difference? The only difference here is his hair of your hair changed color. What's so big about it? What is such a big deal? There's no big deal. That's when Goku said, and I can even go beyond, and powered up. And when he powered up to Super Saiyan 3, Babidi was terrified. Even Majin Buu, Fat Buu, was terrified of that power. And that power could have, if Goku wanted, he could have destroyed Majin Buu right in there. But he didn't. He wanted to give Gotenks, he wanted to give Goten and Trunks the chance to be the one to defeat Majin Buu. He wanted to be he wanted to give the kids a shot to be a hero, because he's not gonna be there for long anymore. So after Super Saiyan 3 transformation on Dragon Ball Daima, Goku transforming, Goma said the same thing Babidi said. What's the difference? All you did is just hair color changing. I've seen it all. I've seen it. Like that. There's no biggie. There's no big deal here. And Goku said, one more bonus. In that moment, Goma is like, huh? Vegeta is like, it can't be. And in that moment, we saw Piccolo is hiding somewhere, because they've already planned this. And Vegeta doesn't even know what the plan is, because remember, when Arinsu gave them this information, Vegeta was fighting. The plan was organized by Goku and Piccolo. Piccolo is somewhere hiding waiting for his opportunity so that they can hit Goma so hard at the back of his head. I think they said hit him hard 3 times at the back of his head. The eye will fall right out. So you can see Piccolo has positioned himself waiting for that moment. So Goku channels and starts powering up. Goku channels and starts powering up into Super Saiyan 4. I will tell you guys, I had goosebumps. Oh yeah, I had goosebumps. Especially towards the end of that scream. If you want to watch my shorts on that, because there is one short that I made it more epic. But if you want to watch it before anybody else, because I scheduled it, should you want to check out my shorts, go to my channel, become a member. Because becoming a member gives you access to watch videos that I'm about to upload before everybody else. It gives you the room to comment, to let me know what you think. I will reply to your comment, and we will talk about it before it goes public. That form, Goku starts screaming, and then Goku rips out his shirt. Whoa! When Goku teared out his shirt, I was like, damn, what is he about to do? I was like, what type of transformation? Even though we've seen that Goku's eyes has gone red, all right, we already know it's going to be Super Saiyan 4. But the moment he teared off his shirt, I was like, this is going to be a type of Super Saiyan 4 that we have never ever seen ever before, which indeed he was. But I was thinking that it's going to be like, what type of adult form Goku Super Saiyan 4 are we going to see? You know what I mean? What type of form of Super Saiyan 4, what type of details are they going to add on Super Saiyan adult form Goku? When he teared off his shirt, and his shirt goes off, and he starts powering up, and then the scream, that scream, man, shout out to the woman that is doing Goku's voice, man. I'm looking forward to see how the English version of this is going to look, because I watched with DBZ. I didn't watch the original version, like the Japanese version of it. I watched the English version from the beginning till the end. And I gotta say, I was impressed with the English version of DBZ when Goku turned into Super Saiyan 3. Now, if I am impressed with Super Saiyan 4, that scream that Goku did, that scream he made, that woman, shout out to her, man. She's old, but damn, the woman can scream. The woman do have lungs. The woman can put out a good scream. That voiceover, that scream, I felt it. And I'm sure each and every one of y'all felt that scream. Yeah, Gemily said she is 88 years old. Man, at 88 years old, she can still master that type of scream. The woman can scream, man. She can scream for good. She is good at something. She's good for something. That scream, if you didn't feel that scream, if any one of you did not felt that scream, Super Saiyan 4 Transformation Goku on episode 19, Dragon Ball Daima, you're not human. you're not a fan. If during that transformation and that scream you didn't feel something in here, and in here, I don't know what type of human are you. Whether you're a kid or you're an adult, that scream was, man, I would say I will put that transformation in the top. You see, that transformation, I don't know how I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it, but you guys let me know, where do you put this transformation? Because we know the top three's transformation on Dragon Ball, whether if it is Z, Super, GT is not canon, but Super Saiyan 4 is canon, but I'm gonna keep this on Dragon Ball Z and Super. That transformation, let me know where you put that transformation. Because we've known that one of the top three best transformations on Dragon Ball, one, Goku going Super Saiyan for the very first time. Gohan going into Super Saiyan 2 for the very first time. And the third is, actually the third is kind of a draw. It's a draw between Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta going into Super Saiyan for the very first time. It's kind of a draw. All right. We know that those three transformations are the top three. You can talk about Super, you can talk about Dragon Ball Z. Goku going Super Saiyan for the very first time. Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 for the very first time. And the third one is kind of a draw between Vegeta going into Super Saiyan for the very first time and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But with this Super Saiyan 4 adult Goku transformation, I will let you guys decide where you put that transformation. I'll let you decide. If you want to add Dragon Ball Superhero, Gohan's transformation is actually up there. Broly's transformation is probably up there. But these three transformations that I mentioned earlier are three of the top. One of them got to be, actually two of them got to be in there. If you're a Dragon Ball fan and those first two I mentioned were not in your top three transformations, I don't know if you're a fan at all. Oh yes, that transformation is up there too. Yeah, I know. That transformation is up there. And talking about in Hell with Janemba, you can even add Gogeta transformation. That is also up there. But these first two transformations that I mentioned, Goku Super Saiyan for the very first time, Gohan Super Saiyan 2 for the very first time, those two transformations got to be on the first of the tier list. But anyways, with adult Goku Super Saiyan 4 transformation, you guys can decide where you want to add that transformation. Where does it sit on the maybe top 5? Where does it sit? But anyways, that scream was epic. I felt it. It hit the core, my core. I felt it. And in that moment, after the smoke has been cleared, after everything is done, emerges out of the rubble, out of the dirt, out of the mess, out of the destruction, comes adult Goku SSJ4. And I think the color changed a little bit. They made it reddish pink, right? It's not the same red as Super Saiyan 4 on GT. The color is a little different. I'm not sure if you guys noticed it. It's not pure red. It's red, but it's a little bit, how do I put it? It's like this light behind me, red. It's like this red behind me. This one here. Right? That's the color of it. It's a little bit pinkish, but you know, but it's just unique to its own. And then Goku's hair is red. They didn't go with black hair just like the GT form. And the GT detailing of Goku's eyes is different too. His eyeballs color is different. But I will not take anything away from Daimer's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I won't take anything away from it. It is pretty dope. And now Goku has turned into Super Saiyan 4 adult form. We have one more episode to go on Dragon Ball Daima, if I am not mistaken. The last episode is going to be next week, February the 28th. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but if it's going to be the same length as how it's always been, that means the fight is not going to take long, because they need to defeat Goma, get back to Earth, and then we're going to see what happens, and that will be the end of Dragon Ball Daima. I'm going to say I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it simply because when it was about to get good, when it was about to bring back the OG fans, that's when it ended. All this time, it's been all kitty stuff, you know? Fighting lasers and tanks, which was kind of weird, which is unheard of. But when it's about to get really intense, when it's about to bring the GT fans back, when it's about to bring adults into the mix, that's when Dragon Ball Daima is gonna end. Well, I can understand why they didn't make it look the same, because GT, like back then, was back then. You know what I mean? Back then, they had their imagination, right? They have their imagination. What's up, guy? What's good, man? Back then, they had their imagination. You know, they had their imagination back then, and the design that they went with back then worked. The design that they went with back then definitely worked. What's up, Kai? How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Thank you for coming to the chat box. Thank you for joining the channel. Now, you can become a member as well and join the membership group. But thanks for coming up. So, GT, the design they went with back then worked for what it was. It was badass, which is the reason it was so badass, which makes it the reason why some YouTubers are comparing the form. Because when you go tit for tat, black is always a strong color. Black is not even a color. Black is the origin of a color, right? Black is the origin of every color. Every color out there came from black, darker color. So I can see why YouTubers or some people are going to compare the form, which one is stronger. And that comparison won't last long, really. Why? Because GT Goku had more time to display what he can be able to do. GT Goku got more screen time, and for the fact that that his hair color is black, which means a stronger color, I don't see the red version being stronger than the black color. That's all I'm saying, and I'm saying this based on just using my wisdom, just using my head, right? Being thoughtful, being reasonable, and just expanding my thinking here. And no way the red, or as much as it's cool, right? As much as it's beautiful, I'm not gonna. They did a very good job with the detailing and everything. It was on point. As much as I like the looks on Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku, it won't be strong. I don't think it's stronger than GT form. You know, I don't think so, because black hair seems to be more dominant. We've seen that in lions. When their coal is darker, that means they are stronger. Coal designs of the lions, the darker their coal and their mane, the stronger they are, and the more they are immune to bacteria, the more they can survive wounds and injury. Right? Because I watch National Geographic. It's actually one of the things I like to watch when I'm not here doing this. Right? The darker hair, mane and color of a lion, its hair, its mane, its coal, the darker it is, the more dominant, the more stronger they are. You can check, you can quote me and go check on the Discovery Channel. If you watch it, I'm sure you will agree with me too. And based on statistics, it's been shown that lions that has darker mane and coal and fur are more stronger than the ones that just has the regular colors. So I don't see the red form being stronger than the black form hair color, but is it beautiful to look at? Oh yes, it is beautiful. You know, and the detailing too is so beautifully made. It's beautifully done. And the process that it took to get to this point, all right, the process that it took to get to this point, I will say that they literally are about to end this show with a bang. All right, they're about to conclude this arc in a bang. And as much as we Dragon Ball fans are very happy, we are very excited, it raises questions as well. I don't know how it's going to end. I can guess Goma would definitely have to be defeated. But after that, are they going to give us something to look forward to? Will they add an episode? No. Will they add a scene in the end of Dragon Ball Daima that will take us and prepare us for Dragon Ball Super? I will really like it if they do that. These are the couple of things that I'm expecting them to do. I am really hoping that at the end of Dragon Ball Daima that they will give us a scene that will set the prestige for Dragon Ball Super comeback. I think it will boost the morale of the fans. It will set the stage, and it will push the audience to request for Super comeback. You know, if they will give us a little mini scenes on what we will expect on Dragon Ball Super comeback. I don't know what it is. Just give us something. Give us something. Just something. Anything you can give us. We will take it. Because we've been waiting. We've been yearning for it. We've been patiently waiting. Actually, at this point, I would say aggressively waiting, especially after this Dragon Ball Daima arc. We've been patiently and aggressively expecting Super to make its comeback. You know, for the fact that the next episode may not be email or may not be 1 hour long, because normally that's what they normally do. Like they give some animes now, the last episode they make it 1 hour to expand it, to expand what they want to do and to set the stage for the next season. It will be really nice for us. I know it's 23 minutes. They have so much to do. They have a lot of, you know, they have to compress everything. But if they can give us a scene, a tiny scene, that's all I ask for. I know I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get it. But if they can give us a scene, a preload of what we are about to expect on Dragon Ball Super when it comes back, I will really appreciate it. I know I'm not gonna get it. I know we're not gonna get it. I know. But I'm just putting it out there. If they can do it, it will be helpful. The fans will appreciate it. Because Dragon Ball has a huge loyal fan. Even though, as much as we are upset with what was going on with Dragon Ball Daima, in the middle of it, fighting tanks, fighting lasers, getting shot by lasers, turning into some type of a movie thing or whatever, a miniature, an amateur stuff. The fact that we reacted the way we reacted is simply because we care. You know? The fact that we reacted the way we react, even I myself, the fact that the fans were like, what in the blue moon am I watching? This is not Dragon Ball. This is turned into something else. That's because we care. That's because we know what Dragon Ball is about. We never forgot. It's been years since Super. That doesn't mean that we forgot. If the audience didn't forget about what Bleach is supposed to be after the last episode on the Bleach, and we are here waiting for years for Blood War to come on, imagine if they did this on Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. They gave you such a miniature stuff that is out of, you know. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that the fans are waiting. We are waiting for Dragon Ball Super to make its comeback. And just like every other person that is talking about it, I myself am one of them. And I'm going to talk even louder about it. We've waited. We've waited. We have definitely waited. And it's not like they don't have the resource to give it a comeback. Oh, yes, they do. We know they do. We know they do have the resource. The resource is there. The managements are there. The manpower is there. Bring us Dragon Ball Super, please. And this time, make it stick. This time, make it run for like a year or two. Just keep... You guys have so many options, so many stuff to expand on. So many stuff. You guys have they have every resource. I don't know why they're doing Dragon Ball this way. How you do it this way? I can just imagine Dragon Ball Super going, how you do me this way? How you do me this way? How do you do me this way? You know, we've waited. You've given us Daima. Good animation. good show. We complained around the corners here and there because we care, because we know what Dragon Ball should look like and should be like, and it's because we care about it. But after this, what now? Because I can tell you right now, I can bet a nickel on it that every fan, because I know how people can think sometimes when it's when it's a show that they really love, when it's a show that they really admire, when it's a show that they've been watching since they are kids. You know, I've had someone that I met at the gym. For some reason, this guy has been watching me for quite some time, and I didn't know he's been watching me, and he knows, like, I'm not. All right, guys, I'm not saying watching me like I don't mean watching me work out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's been watching my channel. Okay. You know, I'm not saying watching me work out. That's not what I'm saying. Although some guys do come ask me questions while I'm working out and ask me about their fitness goals, what they can do to get better, what they can do to improve themselves. But I'm saying that he's been watching my channel and I see him all the time. We don't talk, we say hi and that's it. But I didn't know he's been watching my channel. I don't even know how he ran into my channel, but I could probably guess why, because he's a fan of Dragon Ball. And I know YouTube, when your videos do good, they kind of, like, you know what I mean? So he came up to me and he told me, he asked me, what do I think about Dragon Ball Daima? I looked at him and I said, are you an anime fan? He said, yes, I am. I'm a hardcore fan, just like you. I'm like, what do you mean, just like me? Because I've been seeing this guy for years. When I go to the gym, I'll see him here and there. He's been coming. So when you know people who has been coming in the gym, you kind of recognize their faces, right? And sometimes you guys run into each other while you're about to work out. Hey, buddy, are you done? Or do you want to work in together? Or stuff like that. So he said, yes, I'm a hardcore fan, just like you. And I turned around and I said, what do you mean, just like me? And he said, I'm not sure if he's going to see this video or not, but he said, I've been watching you. I'm like, what do you mean? I know your channel. I've been watching you. And what do you think? This is before I started doing live stream, though. This is before I started doing EVlog anime analysis. So when he asked me, I told him, well, the thing is, as a fan, I'm happy that they give us Dragon Ball content. Okay? I'm happy about it. But I'm a little dissatisfied because of the angle they are kind of going into it. That I'm not sure why they brought Daima to us. Because at the time, like, we were still wondering why Daima. I even made a video about it. Why Daima? Why no Super? But now we now know why. Bless his soul, Kyoto Toriyama had to do this last work before he left us. Bless his soul. And I think he wanted to give us his own version, canon version of bringing back Super Saiyan 4. And I told him, I'm glad about it, but these are kids. It's almost like taking us back to original Dragon Ball, the first Dragon Ball. Am I excited about it? Yeah, but Super is supposed to come back. He said he told me he agreed. He agreed with me. Everything I said, he's thinking the same thing. So, although he's the first person that I spoke about it to, like in real life, I know how fans are probably thinking, after this, after they are done watching the 20th episode next week, the next thing everybody's going to start thinking is, when is Dragon Ball Super coming back? When is Super going to make its comeback? That is the first thing that they're going to hit their mind. As soon as, even sometimes while they are watching it, while they will be watching the 20th episode, it's already going through their mind already. As soon as they are done watching and the excitement is over, the next thing everybody's going to start talking about is, when is Super coming back? You've given us something good. We enjoyed Dimer. You brought the kid in us out a little bit because they got these guys turned into kids and then give us a good, I'll say, 18 episodes, right? Of watching them as kids. For most people, if not everybody, is the first time seeing Vegeta as a kid. Well, if you add when King Vegeta was talking to Vegeta, when Vegeta was a kid, about Saiyans and everything, and when Vegeta remembered himself as a kid or whatnot, yeah, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, so this is gonna spark more awareness, more curiosity. It's gonna spark a lot of questions. It's gonna demand audience to talk about the need for Super to make its comeback. And let's not forget about the plot holes, because this has created a plot hole of its own. And Super makes its comeback, or even before Super makes its comeback, due to the plot holes this is going to create, after Dama is over, I was wondering if you're interested in rewatching Battle of Gods, GT, also Super, so you can post your reaction and shorts on YouTube. Well, the thing about rewatching stuff is because people know that, I'm not sure how you guys feel about it actually. If this is what you guys want me to do, let me know on the comment box, because Jamley is the only one who is suggesting this. If you guys want me to rewatch GT, Dragon Ball Super, it's gonna be a hell of a ride. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be one hell of a ride to rewatch Dragon Ball GT. And on top of that, I'm not sure how the audience is gonna feel about it, because they know I've already seen it. So if I'm rewatching it, they may feel that they're not getting the authentic reaction out of it because I've already seen it. So I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. If more of you wants it, I may do that. Maybe not. I just want to see members, if guys will join the membership community, so that we can talk about it, so that we can address it. But so far, I have only 3 members right now. Who is going to be the 4th one, the 5th one, the 6th one, the 7th one, the 8th member, the 9th member, the 10th member, the 11th member to join my membership channel? Because like I said, I'm giving away, if we reach more than 10 members, maybe 11, 12 members, I will be giving away the All Might poster that I have, metal poster. It's a good quality poster. It doesn't wear out. It stays intact. It's a badass poster of All Might. You can watch my previous videos and you'll probably see it. You'll probably see me put it up here where Hunter x Hunter poster is. It's a badass poster. And ever since I've had this Hunter x Hunter poster, you guys can see it's a good quality poster. So I'm looking to give mine away, All Might poster. Come to think of it, if you guys want, I'm gonna bring it out. You guys see how large this thing is? You see how large it is? There. I'm giving it away once I reach 12th membership. Once I get the 12th member, I'm giving this away. And it's going to be one of the members. Or I will make it public so that no, actually that's not fair. If I reach 12th membership, I'm going to give this to one of the members. I'm going to do a poll or do a competition, or I will do something that someone will have to win it. You know? So 12 members, guys, I will give this away and I will sign it. You will see my signature on it. Maybe I might engrave it in it, but I will sign this for you. And it will be EVlog's signature that you're gonna see somewhere in here. All right. Once we hit 10 memberships. No, not 10, sorry. Once we hit 12 memberships, I'm going to give this away to one of you guys. That is a promise. I might even throw in and sign this Dragon Ball Super poster that has Black Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, and Goku on it. I'll probably give both of them away. Okay? Right here. So probably when this is done, I'm going to make a post that everybody can see, giving this away once I hit 12 memberships. It is a badass post. You see how huge it is? For you guys who has been watching me for a very long time, you see how big it is? You see how it fills the camera? This is large and it's expensive because of the size of this. And you know what though? Yeah, it is the same size as the ones I have, but you really don't know how big it is until you see me put it up in front of the camera. You see how big it is. Because when it hit, that's why I tell you guys, the camera really doesn't show how big I am sometimes because of the camera. But if you see this, when I put it close to the camera, you see how it fills the screen? It fills the screen like it takes the whole screen almost, like half of the screen or something. So I'll be giving it away. I am 6'2". That's how tall I am. I'm 6'2". So this is large. It's huge. And when you have it, when you get it, you're going to have to find a way to put it up on the wall, because this right here is a magnet that I can use to put it on the wall. Okay, you see the back of it? You see how, yeah, look at how large it is. It's huge. I will give it away. Like when you put this in your house, like, damn, anyone that walks in will definitely take a note. Even seeing it now, I even feel bad giving it away. Because it's been a while I've really looked at it this way. I even feel bad now saying that I will give it away. But you guys have been very helpful. For you guys that are supporting that will support me and that has been there, and you choose to go extra, above and beyond to become a member. I believe that it's worthy for me to give something that I love to give back to y'all. So when I hit 12 memberships, I'm going to give it away. And from then on, I'm going to be doing live streams, conversations only for members. Yeah, I know. That's why I just that's why I said I feel bad now. It's actually better. It's actually even better than Bleach poster up there. That's actually a badass poster. I actually love that poster. It's actually a badass poster. Looking at it again in the light, seeing how big it is, seeing All Might, and you guys know that's actually a scene from the original anime of my original part of My Hero Academia, right? When All Might was fighting All for One. Is it All for One or One for All? I forgot how it goes now. When he was fighting him, that is seen. That a pose. It actually came from the original anime itself. So it's a badass anime. It's a badass poster. And right now I even feel bad because now that I've said it, I'm gonna have to do it. I have said it. Now I'm gonna have to give it away. Once we hit 12 memberships on this channel, yeah, All for One, yeah, All for One. I'm going to give it away. And damn, I actually feel bad now, but it's all good. You guys deserve it. Once we hit the 12th member, I'm going to do a poll and I'm going to give it away. I'll probably do something the members will participate, and the winner will get the poster with my autograph on it. Okay, so moving forward, actually, one second, let me I'm gonna take a screenshot of it right now. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I might have to start using it on my next videos until I give it away. Trying to smile at the camera while I give it a one second. Because this is going to direct to community tab. This is going straight to the community tab when this stream is done. All right. Maybe I don't have to. I will just keep it here. Oh, actually, you can't see it now. Yeah, I might have to remove Hunter X Hunter and put this one up. But so, yeah, the poster has served me for the past 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, it still looks brand new. It looks like it have not taken any damage at all. Nothing. Nothing. And it has fallen, actually. It has fallen off here sometimes. But it's metal. So it's built to withstand pressure like that, you know? So, as I was saying, Dragon Ball Daima is going to spark a curiosity, even more so now that it's about to end, for Super to make its comeback. I believe that the fans deserve it. We've been patient over how many years now Super has ended. You know, we've gotten movies here and there, Dragon Ball superhero, but you know, we need Super to make its comeback because I know the makers of it have the resource, because I don't want them to wait and the characters, the voiceover characters that are voicing these guys, may the creator forbid this from happening, get sick and becomes incapacitated so much that they can no longer work. You know, do it while they're still young. Do it while they're still fit. Do it while they are still in good shape to do the work. The voiceover that we've loved so far, whether if it is the original version, the Japanese version, or the English version, we love those voices. Those voices makes the show they help shape the show. Those voices help to shape Dragon Ball, whether if it is Z, Super, what have you, what it is today. So it's good to do this while they are still fit to do the work. It's not when they're, you know, incapable of working, then you're gonna get another person who's going to do the voice, and they might not do a good job at it because they are not the original people that started it, you know? Oh, yeah. Gemily, thank you so much for saying that. You know what you just said? You know the interesting thing? Man, bless you, man. I just want to say, may the Creator keep you and bless you. Do you know that last night I almost ordered a Dragon Ball poster because I told you guys I've been wanting to replace this one? I almost did. I forgot that if I wait a little longer, if I wait long enough, they might have something for Dimer, especially Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku. Now, what you just said, thank you. This is the reason why I'm going to pause on getting or replacing the poster, because I will love nothing more but to get my hands on this plate of Dragon Ball Daima Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku. I will love nothing more but to get my hands on those, because that poster, that kind of poster, never ever ages. It never wears out. And it's almost like All Might's poster here. I can imagine adult form Goku's poster, Super Saiyan 4, will be on par with All Might's poster right here. That poster is in your face. It screams masculinity. It screams badass. You know, I cannot wait for them to make a Super Saiyan 4 adult Goku. Actually, now that you've said it, I'm going to hold off on purchasing a poster for now until I see what they're doing. If they've added something new for Dragon Ball Diamond, which they will, just give it some time, maybe a couple of months or so. They will probably have something for that. They will have something for that. All right. They will definitely have something for that. So, that ends it for today, guys. Unless if you want to keep this stream going, I have a lot of energy. Just get into that super chat. Use the super chat. Any one of you guys that are here, let me see how many people are here. Use the super chat. If you want to keep the stream going, if you want to ask your questions, if you want to do Q&A, there is no super chat today. I did not reach my goal for today. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. You know, I did not reach my goal for today. It's all good. If you guys want the stream to continue, use that super chat. Shout out to Safari 7856. Shout out to you for subscribing to the channel. I just got a notification here. Much appreciated. And if you want to go above and beyond, Safari, if you want to go above and beyond to help your boy out, if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel, become a member. The link is in the description of this video. Become a member and you will get access to amazing stuff. You will get access to perks. You will get access to informations that other people that are subscribed but not a member will get access to. So shout out to you, Safari. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I butchered it, my apology. But Safari 7856, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the love. And like I said, if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel, use the super chat. I think 1 hour ago, Alex Torres also subscribed to the channel. Shout out to you, Alex Torres. I think what I was doing, I decided to change the interface today because one I used yesterday was my gaming one. If you guys want me to go back to using the interface of my gaming version, I can do that, because when people subscribe, it shows who subscribe, it shows who gives super chat, it shows who donates to the channel, it shows who becomes a member, and it will make it easier for me to even do shout outs, because I can see it right now, but you know, it will keep it in the screen, like, you know what I mean. My gaming version interface shows it and keeps it on the screen until the stream is over. If you donate, if you use a super chat, if you give a tip, if you want to do PayPal me, my PayPal, when you tip, is also there. By PayPal, you can have access. I think I'm going to put it in my description as well on my next upcoming uploads. I'm going to display my PayPal if you want to use PayPal me, if you want to be anonymous, because I know there are some of you that are out there who wants to donate, but you guys don't want to show yourself. You want to be smooth criminal like it, you know. If you want to do smooth criminal, like, you know, like Michael Jackson, smooth criminal, if you want to be smooth criminal like, my PayPal will be available. It should be available actually if you do a tip. If you tip, I will make that available. 1 second. Because I know there are people out there who wants to donate, but they don't want to show themselves. They don't want me even to know who they are. You know, they want to be anonymous. No worries, I appreciate it. You know, everybody's different. You know, people likes to be recognized. For me personally, I like to give a shout out to people that donate. I like to, you know, show them publicly that I do appreciate their effort. I do appreciate their donation. I do appreciate their generosity to donate to the channel. Now, my PayPal account is at EVlog E. I'm gonna type it out here in the chat. Should any one of you guys want to be anonymous with it? You want to give, but you don't want people to know. You don't want to, you know, show who you are. You can be anonymous too by doing it through PayPal account. I will leave the link in the description, and my future videos to come at EVlog, capital EV, lowercase log, and capital E. So I will make the link available after this live stream is over. So yeah, you know, it's been quite a lovely experience, guys. It's been a lovely experience to get to know some of you, and some of you who choose to come in and participate to the live stream. Gemily asked, what do I think will happen on the next episode? Well, on the next episode, I see a couple of things happening. One moment, I will answer that question. Let me... Here is the link to my PayPal. Should anybody choose to PayPal me? What do I think will happen on the next episode? My prediction will be, or predictions, definitely Goma needs to be defeated in order for them to even leave the demon realm, because should anybody try to leave, Goma will definitely stop them. Piccolo is probably going to be the one to knock that eye out of him, because Vegeta doesn't know the plan. Even as it stands, Vegeta doesn't know the plan, because he wasn't there when the plan was orchestrated. So Piccolo might be the one to save the day, guys. Okay, Piccolo might be the one that will save the day this time. And Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku will put up a good fight, but as always, if that eye is not knocked out of Goma, he will continue to level up. He's going to rival Goku Super Saiyan 4. If that eye is not taken out of him, he's going to continue to level up. So, to defeat him, since it's last episode next week, that eye will have to be knocked out of his head. And I think Piccolo has positioned himself so far, because Goma has not noticed where Piccolo is hiding right now. Piccolo is hiding, waiting for his moment. And knowing Goku, he's going to create the chance. He was going to create the opening. How it's going to be done, I do not know. It's going to be, I wish they would have given Vegeta more shine here. I wish Vegeta would have been able to transform into Super Saiyan 4. But hey, if a hole has been created that we're never going to see Super Saiyan 4 ever again, I don't think so, because if this happened before Battle of Gods, you can already sense that ain't no way we ever gonna see Super Saiyan 4 again. Maybe I might be wrong, but Super Saiyan 4 is canon now, which I'm glad for, but what is the chances of us seeing it again? And even if we do see it, even if we do see Super Saiyan 4 once again, I don't think it's going to get the shine that it deserves, like Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku. What do you guys think about that? If we ever happen to see Super Saiyan 4 once again, I don't think that it's going to get the shine that it desperately deserves. It's not going to be given much time for us to see what it can do. It won't be given enough time to have Goku utilize it and start using it efficiently. It's not going to get the proper shine that it would get like Dragon Ball GT. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. It won't. Because on the manga, judging from what I'm hearing, not even judging from what I'm hearing, knowing the fact that Dragon Ball Super ended with Goku attaining or obtaining the ability to do Ultra Instincts, Goku, where we are on Dragon Ball Super, is going to utilize that form. He's going to master it to the point where he can be better at it. I don't see him all of a sudden starting to go or tap into his origin as a Super Saiyan. If that happens, it's going to be good. Are we going to see Goku use Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan 4? Now that would be a kick. That will have a kick to it. If they're going to use Super Saiyan 4 in a different way, great. But I don't think it's going to get the proper shine. Like when I say proper shine, I mean episode to episode, just like GT. because GT gave Super Saiyan a shine that Goku used it, had time, even though he didn't have enough time to develop it, but he was using it. It's not going to be like that. It's never going to, because we have Ultra Instincts. Unless, this is where it's going to ruin all the people that has been reading the manga. Unless if they decide, alright, Kia Toriyama, bless his soul, has now made Dragon Ball Super Saiyan 4 Goku transformation canon. Alright, we're gonna have to make some changes. And if they do make some changes to compensate, to add, to equate, right, to enable Super Saiyan 4 into future super arcs, I would say it's going to be one of the best decisions that they're going to make, because we do love that form. And it's sad that Kia Toriyama is no longer with us, bless his soul. But at the same time, the people who are taking over this, if they're going to make that changes moving forward, now that it's canon, because with Super Saiyan God being canon, Vegeta was able to obtain it, and we saw it during Broly fight. Goku used it again on the Tournament of Power, in the Tournament of Power. So, can they make the change? Hell yeah, they can. Why? They have the resource. They have the resource to do it. They have all the bells and whistles to do it. Right? And I think that's where it might ruin all the guys that have went too far to read the manga. But I'm sure deep down they're gonna like the fact that the makers are ushering in Super Saiyan 4 into the mix. I'm glad deep down they're gonna be happy. They will be disappointed that what they've read, there's going to be changes made now. Some areas where Goku will turn his power up to fight, he might start using Super Saiyan 4. If Goku is gonna combine, because he's done it before, if he's gonna combine Super Saiyan 4 with Ultra Instincts, I think that may be the power Goku may need. I think that might be the badass form that Goku might need to elevate to the next level. We've seen him do it with Kaioken, using Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue to fight. Although with Jiren that really didn't do anything, but if Goku can be able to use Ultra Instincts and Super Saiyan 4, combine them together, I think that might be the next level of power Goku may be seeking. Because from what I'm hearing, Gohan is the strongest. I think Gohan and Frieza, Black Frieza, as they called it in the manga. Because I hear things, okay? Trust me, I hear things. I don't go reading. I just bump into things on Facebook when I read all these Facebook feeds, and one of them will pop up that say, oh, Black Frieza, Black Frieza. I have seen a couple of videos on YouTube when someone, a hardcore fan like myself, made an animation of their own displaying Black Frieza, something like that. I have seen it, but I'm not gonna go reading about it. But what I'm saying is, it might be the form that Goku may be looking for to transcend or ascend to the next level. Yeah, and I'm glad he made it canon. I'm glad he made that canon. And I'm sure every Dragon Ball fan appreciated the fact that he did. Because just like Broly being canon, in the conversations, even before this happening, during Super and after Dragon Ball Super, there's always been a debate. Which one is stronger? Super Saiyan God, or Super Saiyan SSJ Blue Goku, or Super Saiyan 4 Goku GT? Which is stronger? Which is stronger? Yeah, I did talk about it before. I did talk about it before. The Saiyans tail. The tails of Saiyans are the root of their powers. And this has created another plot hole. This is gonna be plot holes after plot holes. How much holes are they digging? How much holes are we gonna go into? How far is this plot holes going to get? The tails is another plot hole because throughout Dragon Ball Z, Goku's tail was cut off on Dragon Ball. This is too many holes. How many holes are we gonna fit in? They keep digging all these holes that they're gonna have to fill at some point. They're gonna have to fill up these holes that they're digging because it's too deep now. To make this canon, there are holes now. And how will you be able to dig out of these plot holes? Holes after holes. Their tails is part of their DNA. It's part of their powers. Goku's tail was cut off in Dragon Ball. Vegeta's tail was cut off the first time he came to planet Earth. yeah. I bet you on the next episode, once Goku starts fighting, you will probably see Vegeta say that. He's probably gonna say something between that line. Damn you, Kakarot. You surpassed me once again. He's probably gonna say something like that. You know? So Saiyans' tails are very important now. We can see once again, if Kia Toriyama made this canon before he left us, Super Saiyans, the Saiyans, their origin does matter. I think it's one of the things that he tries to get back into. That is one of the mission that he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted to do, right? To usher in for the Saiyans to go back to their origin. Because all the movies, the recent movies that we've seen, Broly turning into Super Saiyan for the first time, Gohan beast form, I can even go back. I can go back to Goku Super Saiyan 3 Transformation Dragon Ball Z episode 245. During that transformation, what happened as Goku was talking to his core, screaming to his core, tapping into beyond, tapping into what makes Saiyan race Saiyans, their origin. We saw Goku's evolution of his origin. We saw the Great Ozoro. We saw Goku come out of the Great Ozoro. We saw Goku turn into a kid and then a baby, and then this core explosion happens and then becomes Super Saiyan 3. So it's not like Kia Toriyama, bless his soul, haven't been trying to do this, but I believe towards the end of his, this last work that he did, he really want the Saiyans to start going back to their origin and stop all these Angel's Key or something like that. No, you can add Angel Keys or Destruction Keys. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but still maintain who you are, your origin, right? Piccolo, the same thing. It's trying to make Piccolo tap into his origin once again, and we see it displayed over and over again, such as Guru touching Gohan, awakening his potential. Supreme Old Kai training Gohan on Dragon Ball Z, getting him prepared to fight Majin Buu. And then, are you ready for this? And then, Beerus has a dream, a premonition of fighting a Super Saiyan God. Yeah. Giving Broly a tail, I feel bad for who is going to fight Broly for the very first time, even if it is a spar. I feel bad for whoever is going to go up against Broly, even if it's sparring match. If he has a tail, if Broly obtains a tail, damn, and Whis, and we know, do you guys know Whis can actually do that? Whis can make it happen. That's why Whis is there. And not just Whis, they can use the Dragon Ball, the Earth Dragon Ball, to bring back all their tails. They can do it. Whis can make it happen. Shenron can make it happen, right? But if you give Broly a tail, damn, I feel bad for who is going to spar with him or the enemy is going to face, because if it is now crystal clear that Saiyans should start relying on their origin, they might show us or give us something that is more genuine. Should they rely on their origin? I believe it will give Dragon Ball the whole experience of being a fan, a new type of experience, a new type of feel. I think it's gonna hit different. You guys see how this Super Saiyan 4 theory has come to fruition. You guys see how it hits different, because it's tapping into the Saiyan's origin, who they are, right? Piccolo Orange. You guys see that it hits different. It hits different when Piccolo is tapping into his origin of a Namekian. It hits different. It's a different sensation. And like I was saying, Beerus has a premonition fighting a Super Saiyan God. What is the hair color of a Super Saiyan God? The red hair. What is the red color of a Super Saiyan God? A red hair. Again, tapping into their origin. What is the eyes? Red eyes. What do Saiyans do when they really snap? When they really snap, their eyes go into this bizarre red. It turned white, like pure white, or mostly red. The origin. Planet Vegeta, what color is the atmosphere or the cloud? Isn't it red, like a reddish color? Hey, I'm just reporting what I see. I'm just saying they should start going back to their origin. I think it's gonna hit different to the sensation. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. That red theme has always been there. Even though some people may not have noticed it, it has always been there. Check out when King Vegeta was advising his son, when Vegeta remembered his father and everything. Check out the window where they are looking at, seeing their countrymen, their kingsmen, their fellow Saiyans being shipped out. What is the color of the atmosphere? Isn't it red? All right. Let's now go back to Broly movie. When Frieza came to planet Vegeta, what is the atmosphere like? Isn't it red? Like reddish atmosphere? That's their origin. And I'm so glad towards the end of Kuriyama's being with us, bless his soul, he was now beginning to make us understand that it is time. Like he was starting to make warriors start tapping into their origin, making a warrior's origin meaningful, giving it meaning, and not just anything, giving it absolute meaning. The atmosphere of Super Saiyan, or of Saiyans, planet Vegeta, it was red. Red color, like reddish atmosphere. Right? Their planet itself, the great ape. What is the eye color of the great ape? Since the beginning of Dragon Ball, when Goku went into great ape, when Vegeta went into great ape, when they showed Saiyans as troopers as they are, when they go to conquer for Frieza, their eyes, right? Red. Broly transforming, red. Yeah, I may watch it. I may go and rewatch it just to make a point. Just to bring. I may do it. I may do it. I probably may do it. But I'm gonna have to wait till Dimer finishes, because it'll probably give me more talking points once Dimer finishes. I may do it. I may do it once Dimer finishes. So since the beginning of time, Akira Toriyama has always, bless his soul, has always let us know that the origin of Saiyans are very important. And now it has gotten to a point where it's becoming more vivid. It's becoming more constant than usual. Right? It's becoming more constant. Gohan Beast, his eyes red. Right? Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 4, the kid form. You guys saw the evolution of that, the transformation of that, the process of it. His eyes turned, and if you guys paid attention, which I know you did, but I'm just reminding you, once Goku's eyes turned red during his Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku transformation, if you guys noticed, once his eyes turned red, his tails came out. Once his eyes turned red, his tail popped out. Which edifies my point. The origin of Super Saiyan, like the origins of Saiyans. And I'm so glad that Akira Toriyama, bless his soul, is making it more clear to us. And I think it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing for these warriors to start tapping into their origin. right? The sensation feels different. It gives meaning to the warrior. It gives meaning to their origin. It's okay if Goku is still trying to do this Ultra Instincts thing to master it. The angel key and everything, that's good and all. But knowing how resourceful Goku is, he can merge both angel key and his origin form, right? Just like he did with Kaioken. Using Kaioken, what King Kai taught him, and merged it into Super Saiyan Blue, SSJ Blue form. And even though SSJ Blue, is it really the origin of Saiyans really? I don't think it is. Is it really? I guess it's debatable at this point. But recently, if we paid attention, which we are, it's becoming more vivid that it is time for the Saiyans to start tapping into their origin. I think it will do great. I think the sensation is going to be perfect. When Piccolo went into Orange Piccolo, during that transformation, the process of that transformation, you can see Piccolo was going into his origin because his potential has already been unlocked. He just needs something for him to tap into it. And when he tapped into it, you see Porunga, when he was summoned on Dragon Ball Daima, the aura around him, the gold aura, right? The fiery gold aura around Porunga was the same cloak around Piccolo when he turned, or while he was turning and emerging into into Orange Piccolo. It's the same cloak. Ain't no different. The same cloak of aura is the same cloak Porunga had around him when he was summoned. So I really appreciate the fact that they are making these warriors continuously tap into their origin of who they are, and not just doing a crazy power-up, a crazy boost of power, which we appreciate as fans, but having them tap into their DNA, their origin, to who they are. You cannot go wrong with that. Because when they fight, you can see that they are fighting out of their origin. That's why origin is very strong. Knowing who you are and whose you are and where you come from, like it's very, like it makes you understand. It makes you whole. It gives you answers. You get answers that will, when you really analyze it, when you really think about it, it gives you, what's that word I'm looking for? It's almost like a reconciliation. It gives you peace of mind. No, not peace. No, I'm not looking. Not peace. There's a word that I'm looking for, but I can't find it right now. You know, it sets you to a certain level of ideology, right? And you will see that, and you will have a better understanding of what the things you've been going through, the things you have faced before in your life. You understand why those things were happening. It gives you some type of closure. Yeah, that's the word that I'm looking for. Closure, right? So I think that's what it's happening. And I think if they keep this up, if they keep it up, I think it's going to give a good true meaning to the next upcoming arc, Dragon Ball Super. In my opinion, I think it's going to give it a different type of meaning. It's going to hit different. Because one of the things that we all love about Super Saiyan 4 from GT, it's not just because of the form itself. Let's not forget. Let's remember correctly, because I know it's we can easily forget. Let's remember what made Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku so famous that people love that form so much and still talk about it. It's not just because of the form itself, it's because of the process in which Goku had to go through, what he had to endure, and knowing the fact that that form speaks directly to the origin of the Saiyans is what made that form so special and so unique. That it is so unique that Akira Toriyama, bless his soul, had to make it canon, had to revitalize it once again, had to redesign it and bring it back and make it canon, because it speaks directly to the origin of Saiyans. And with that, I rest my case. For now. I rest my case for now. Okay? Let me go to the chat. Yeah, I know that was really weird. Vegeta and Goku being shot by a laser gun and being hurt by it. It kind of, what could have rescued them from that situation if Supreme Kai said, oh, it hurts because it's from the demon realm. The mechanics of the laser gun is different from the one from any other universe, right? That's how they may have walked themselves out of that situation where we see our warriors fighting tanks and getting hit with laser and it actually hurts them. If the Supreme Kai had said things from the demon realm is different from things from any other planet or any other realm, that may have given it some type of people to say, all right, okay, I get it. Okay, it's for something from the demon realm. Okay. All right, which means it's stronger, it's more demonic. It's okay, I get the idea. They would have walked out of that situation, but the fact that there wasn't really any explanation to it kind of makes people raise their eyebrow, I'm so glad he made Broly canon. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy he made Broly canon. Like it was a very good thing that he did. And not only that, Akira Toriyama made Broly canon, also Broly's transformation. Because again, although the DBZ Broly, his transformation was epic. It hits different. But what makes 2018 Broly unique is that during his transformation, Akira Toriyama made sure that he was tapping into his origin. Even before that happened, before that situation happened, when Broly saw that Vegeta turned into Super Saiyan and started fighting Vegeta, Paragas said he does not have to go into the Ozoro form, but he will retain the Ozoro form's powers. Which is the reason why when Vegeta turned into Super Saiyan God and hit Broly so hard that Broly fell into the eyes C, and started powering up and comes back up. When he channeled his power, where did his energy come out of? It came out of his mouth, which is the same thing Ozoro does when Ozoro is about to blow energy. When the Saiyans goes into planets to conquer for Frieza, if they see that their opponent may be stronger than them, what do? they transform into a Zoro. And once that happens with their numbers, because they go in numbers, which is the reason why Frieza makes fun of them all the time. Them monkeys, they go in troops, just like monkeys, you know what I mean? So when they turn into that Zoro, the energy, the blast coming from their mouth is just so devastating, which was what we see Broly display while fighting Vegeta. It happened again. You want to know where it happened again? I'll tell you. It happened one more time when Broly was taking up Zoro form. It happened after Vegeta has had his fill or his turn with Broly. And I'm talking about Broly 2018, the movie. After Vegeta had his turn, and Goku said, "Yo!" And Broly looks down and now focuses on Goku. Goku says, "It's my turn." I want you guys to not take my word for it. I want you guys to go back to that scene. Once Goku started dancing, once he started jumping, getting ready, what did Broly do? Once Goku was dancing, not really dancing, but jumping up and down, getting ready to engage Broly, what did Broly do? Can you guys guess what he did? I know what he did. He grew again. He took up the Zoro form. Insane human form. If you notice what Broly was doing, he was morphing up again. Right? He was morphing up, getting ready for Goku. Let me think once more. When his origin again, Broly was tapping into his origin. I think that, and then the final one was when Paragas got killed by Frieza. And Frieza calls him and tells him that all this fighting has killed your father. He has, because of all this fighting, your father accidentally got hit with it and died. And Broly proceeded to snap in and breaks his limit, turning into Super Saiyan. That's when, again, his eyes goes red, once again tapping into the Saiyan's origin, turning him into Super Saiyan for the very first time. So, now that I'm thinking about it as I speak, Kiya Toriyama, bless his soul, has been preparing this. He's been strategically positioning this up until now. And it's so sad that he's no longer with us, because Dragon Ball Daima wasn't supposed to be the last time he was going to do this. I think his work was to slowly bring back Saiyans to their original form. That might be how he would have wanted to end it. You know what I mean? That's how he would probably wanted to. If Dragon Ball is gonna end at some point, he wants to return every warrior to make the, or maybe he's setting up a stage for warriors for future arcs. You know what I mean? I think he was intentionally doing this for the next arc, for what the next arcs is going to be all about, for what the next arcs is going to be. He was strategically positioning this for the warriors to start tapping. I bet you this. If it wasn't the fact that he's no longer with us, I just pray that the people that will be taking this on will maintain what he's been trying to do this whole time. I hope that they will maintain warriors or characters tapping into their origin then. Because now I heard this thing called Black Frieza. I'm looking forward to the anime when Frieza finally obtains this black form that I've been hearing. I'm hoping that he will have to do something to do with his origin too. Okay? I'm hoping that it will have something to do with his origin. And even before that, Frieza has, you see, once again, it's like the more I'm talking, the more I talk, the more things are coming right into my head. Because in order for Frieza to get the golden form, you guys remember what happened, right? Frieza had to tap into his origin too, because he figured out, all right, these Saiyans, if I let them, which has always been Frieza's problem. He's always been scared of Saiyans multiplying because he knows what he did to them. He knows he made them extinct. And deep down in his core, he doesn't like Saiyans. He doesn't. And especially after one of them really embarrassed his behind on planet Namek. He doesn't like them. He knows their potential. He knows Saiyans' potential. But what I'm trying to say is, in order for Frieza to get the golden form, he had to resort back to his origin, knowing that his origin doesn't have to train if they don't have to. They're already built with powers already. They already come out super strong. Which was the reason why Frieza never ever needed to train in his life. He didn't have the need to. He's already come out strong. He's already, as a kid to his father, becoming an emperor at that young age. I don't know how long Frieza has lived, but I'm sure he's way older than what he's leading on. And King Ko, I'm sure he lived for years, thousands of years. And I'm sure Frieza has lived for probably, I don't know, but, you know. So the main thing is, they come out super strong already. They don't have to train. But Frieza now, seeing that the Saiyans are becoming more powerful than ever. The Saiyans have not only rivaled his powers, but at the same time surpassed his powers. Which is the reason why Frieza said, alright, my race doesn't have to train for nothing. We already come out strong. But knowing the fact that the Saiyans are getting up there on power levels, now I'm gonna have to go back and put some effort in anything, which is also already the reason why Frieza is so spoiled. You know, he's very spoiled. I'm sure you guys have noticed it. He's a spoiled brat. He puts in effort. With the little effort that he put in, what happened? He ascended to Golden Frieza. So I'm looking forward to see Black Frieza, for Frieza to really hone that transformation to his origin. Bless his soul, Akira Toriyama has already started this thing that characters should now start tapping into whose they are, their origin. And ever since he's been doing that, it's been hitting different. It hits different, right? It gives more meaning to the character. So Black Frieza, when Super comes back, I'm looking forward to it. Because as we can see, Gohan Beast, the same thing, tapped into the Saiyan's origin, right? So on everything that I've said, I will rest my case for now. The stream has gone long enough. Should you guys want me to continue, I think I was supposed to end this live stream an hour ago. I came out today to do 2 hours, but for some reason, I put in another 1 hour. But if you guys want the stream to continue, let me see you guys use that super chat. And if you need custom emojis, I have added custom emojis for you guys. You guys now have access to custom emojis, but in order to gain access to it, you have to become a member. It's for members only, so that I will know who they are, I will see them, and I will know who is a member and who is not. So overall, it's been a wonderful discussion, and I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you guys once again for joining me. For you guys that will watch this after, I hope you don't miss out on anything. I hope you watch it. Take your time and watch this analysis from the beginning till the end if you're going to watch it after, because I gave out informations on not just on Dragon Ball, the origin of Saiyans and everything, but also on what I'm giving out once we hit 12 memberships, or once I get 12 memberships. On that note, keep on keeping on. See you in the next video. Adios.